Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're talking about 8.2.4, comparing data displays. Basically what we're doing is we have a display in a circle graph and we have a display in a bar graph, and we're going to be trying to explain what the differences are, looking at them, which one's going to be better, things like that. So let's get to it. A survey asked students to choose their favorite school uniform. The results are shown in the two data displays. You want to compare the portions of students who chose red to all of these student responses. Which data display should you use, and explain? Well, when I'm looking at the circle graph, I'm trying to see what jumps out at me. Black, blue, red. These are kind of big. Now on this, it's not color coordinated. I know in the textbook that it is. So this is marked weirdly. Red is red in the textbook. Guess what color green is in the textbook? Yellow, guess what that is? Black, so on and so forth. So using color can actually change which one we would want to use. If we're using color, it makes a lot more sense, because red, we can more easily tell that there's actually a line that separates. Here on this, it's harder to tell because green and red are both dark colors. So if we're going based off of color or ease of reading, I would actually already, because it's black and white, jump over here to the bar graph, and that would be my explanation. However, in the textbook, if you're looking at this, or if you're looking at this online, or you have created it yourself and you're looking at it on the computer, you're printing out, you're the one in control, and these are color, what we can look at is this would be red, stating red, and it's at 16%. We could look at red right here and try and look and see how it compares to the other one. So looking all across, this graph over here, just on the looks of it, to me would be a little bit easier to read because it tells me a portion just by looking at it. In other words, I get to see how big of a piece of the pie I get almost immediately and how it compares. It's in the top three because it's one of the three biggest pieces. Over here, I kind of have to look around and guess and count and think and check, and like 100, 150, I have to keep track of scale and things like that. So if this were in color, this would be the graph I choose, if in color. Pie chart. I'm going to put pie chart. Fancy non-technical term for a circle graph. Then over here, if no color, then I'm going to choose the bar graph. And that's as simple as my explanation is. In this case, there's no real right or wrong answer. There's no absolute. As long as you can justify it, as long as it's easier for you to read, or you honestly believe it's easier for somebody else to read, I can tell you this, I make both at times, and then I look at it and see which one's better at that time. You might need to do that, and that might be how you have to compare data displays before you actually hit print and give it to your boss. If you have any questions, make sure to write them down. Come in tomorrow. We'll be able to go over them. Go ahead and try the questions for 8.2.4 tonight, or in class when you get in class tomorrow, and we'll be able to go over them then, and we'll see you then.